Hi, and welcome to the Market Alert for Friday, the 31st of October 2025. So we've gone from no rate cut from Powell to December rate cut. Still looks likely. Goldman sees a shift in consumer health AI impact on labour market. So that means redundancies, etc. The labour market data are unlikely to send a convincingly reassuring message by the December meeting. And that's because next week we have the non-farm payroll numbers out, and also we've got ADP and also JOLTS as well. That's if, of course, the US government is open. At the moment it's still shut down. The one thing they'll try and do, though, is to get the non-farm payroll numbers out, as they did the CPI numbers last week. Other news, US stocks retreated after recent earnings and risk event. Futures rebound after market following earnings updates from Apple and Amazon. So again, is it share buybacks or is it genuine profit? Equity weakness extends in wake of big tech earnings and Trump-Xi meeting. So economic news for today. Let's just have a look, see what we've got. Got a couple there from the Eurozone flash estimate and CPI flash estimate there as well. Both forecast slightly lower there. Right, let's have a look at this rebound in the markets and kick off with the Dow. So in the Dow, not so much a rebound, but as a sell-off there, as you can see, and a lot of volume as well. Looking weak overnight there, as can be seen by the 5MA. So not so much a rebound with those earnings. 30-minute charts, we were moving down quite nicely until the cash market opened. They brought the market up, and then it sold off. So somebody was selling equities into this market. And if we have a look at the fib retracement there, you'll see we traded all the way down to 78% retracement there. So giving back nearly over 80% of that initial surge to the upside. So not looking too bright at all, is it? As we can see there. And in the German DAX, still stuck in a sideways range. No sign of playing catch up at the moment, despite the ECB yesterday leaving rates unchanged. So stuck in this sideways move. You can see there was a bit of demand yesterday on an inside bar. So was the market being supported in the event of moving lower today? We'll wait and see, but that's what it's starting to look like. And there you can see we moved higher to begin with, and then we got stuck in a horrible range in the afternoon, and that range has continued in a more narrower range as well during the night there, just starting to break to the downside but bouncing slightly. And in the S&P 500, selling coming in there, as despite those earning numbers after market. And you can see there's a lot of selling yesterday, so it looks like Powell's upset the market somewhat as he gets ready to leave at the end of the year. I think it's the end of the year he goes. You can see there that a bit of buying overnight, bit of a bounce. This must be the earnings that was alluded to in the headlines there, the sort of aftermarket numbers. But overnight, a bit of relief. The market's stuck in a sideways range there. Meanwhile, in the UK, despite Rachel from accounts landlord issues, you can see there yesterday an inside bar with some selling pressure, and overnight the market sideways to lower. And yesterday down to begin with, and then up we go, and then you can see the market moving sideways to lower. Speaking of Rachel, she will still be in the position to deliver the budget. There's no way Starmer's getting rid of her before then. He'll probably get rid of her after, when there is a rebellion from the UK population, because delaying the budget by a month means it's not going to be in our favour, is it? It wasn't to begin with. I think it's going to be catastrophic, frankly, for business and for individuals. Let's have a look at the US dollar. So the US dollar pulling a fast one here, trying to move back to this level up here, back towards the 100. Went through yesterday. No, it didn't go through yesterday, did it? Didn't do 100 yesterday. No, 99.67.74 area. We need to get through 100, but the question is, can it? Because last time it did, we can see what happened. So, and again, if rates are cut in December, I don't understand why it's up now. It's only being supported by the fact that there's the comments from Powell, he was supporting the US dollar by saying that there wasn't going to be a rate cut, or there's less chance of a rate cut in December. So that's what this is responding to. This is the FOMC meeting minutes day. This is the follow through yesterday. The question is, has it got any to follow through all the way back up to that 100 level there that we see just there, 100.257. Right, let's have a look at the metals for yesterday. So in the silver market, moving up nicely yesterday, and heading to just above 38% retracement, drawn from there down to the demand there. So yes, so far so good. It's a Friday, normally a smackdown Friday as we saw last week, but maybe not this week. And the fact that it's moving up with the US dollar says a lot as well. So whatever the coordinated effort was last week to slam the price, we're starting to see a bit of a move back to the upside there. 38% retracement and heading back towards $49 per ounce. 30-minute chart, you can see this yesterday the market was sideways and then spiked to the upside and is moving back to the upside there now. The fundamentals haven't changed, but as I said last week, they got full control, and it looks like now they're happy with what they've achieved and now moving the market back to the upside based on the fundamentals. In the gold price, the market finding a bit of support, but still below the 4,000 level, is it? No, we're just at it now by the looks of things. So gold back to the $4,000 level there. It's $381 off its all-time high, but that will change going forward as well. And there you can see a nice move in gold to the upside, and then a bit of a pullback and sideways at the DP overnight. Let's have a look at the gold-silver ratio. And in the gold-silver ratio, silver moving nicely because the gold-silver ratio is moving back to the downside. Like I say, comments earlier in the week, very disappointed they didn't send this up towards the 89 level and silver towards the $40. But obviously they've achieved their objective by the looks of things, and that's confirmed with the gold-silver ratio moving to the downside there. Right, so a quick look at yesterday's trades and choppy market in the German DAX. So in the pre-market session, prices were very choppy, moving back to the upside, and then when we kicked off it became fairly quiet but to the downside. As you can see there, the market down to the DP, and we've got about a 78% retracement also down to towards the close as well. Then we had a bit of a messy part of the morning, the market attempting to move higher there after the sell signal failed, and then the buy signal failed as the market then decided to resume to the downside, and then we got stuck in this choppy move there until the market broke, and then we headed down through the close all the way down, as you can see there, until we found some support. Sideways move with the selling disappearing before then moving sideways, and then all the way through, stuck in a sideways range until the US opened. And we saw what happened with the US. It spiked to the upside, and so did the DAX, as we can see there. And then moving into, again, a sideways move once that was over, the first hour or two was over in the Dow. And then we get stuck in this sideways range with another loss just to finish off. But fortunately, there was a good trade towards the end of the morning session there. So again, just stuck in that sideways range, and as we know from the daily chart, this market not doing a lot at all. Even overnight, if I can find it, so just 1 second, there we go. So we had a gap down here just a few moments ago. We've got the volume coming in there though to support it, and then trying to move higher. Where are we in the bigger picture? Well, let's have a look so we can see where we are. We're closer to the low than we are the high. So that wouldn't surprise me if we had a retest of the lows when the market actually opens. The high, like I say, is quite a distance off. And when you look at the daily chart, it's very sideways at the moment, stuck in a range. So again, needs to break out of this. Which way it breaks is dependent on the market sentiment and mood. And again, keep in mind, you've got this nonsense now between now and December, and whether Powell's going to cut or not. We just had one cut, but that's not enough. We've now got to speculate and try and keep the market moving to the upside on the basis that maybe he will just cut before he actually leaves the job. We'll just have to wait and see. But anyway, that's it for this one and for this week. So have a great weekend. And as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.